Would you stay with a man who said you're not wife material? I never thought cooking would become the battlefield of my relationship. I've been with Mark for almost 2 years. We live together, share bills, plan our weekends. We're not perfect, but I thought we were building something real. One night, after a long day at work, I decided to surprise him with dinner. I made pasta from scratch, roasted vegetables, and even baked a pie, which, trust me, is rare for me because I'm not a natural baker. I set the table, lit candles, even put on music. I wanted it to feel warm and special. When Mark walked in, he smiled at first. He kissed me, sat down, took a bite, and then his expression changed. He chewed slowly, put his fork down and said, "It's fine. But honestly, my mom's lasagna is way better." I laughed nervously, thinking he was joking, but he kept going. "You know, my mom always made everything from scratch. She cooked like every night. That's real wife material. I don't know, you don't really cook like that." I froze. At first I thought I misheard him, but no, he looked me straight in the eye and said the words again. "You're not exactly wife material if you can't cook like her." The candles flickered between us, and suddenly I felt like the room had gone cold. I had spent hours cooking, trying to do something thoughtful for him. And instead of gratitude, I got compared to his mother, as if my worth as a partner was measured in how closely I could replicate her recipes. I put my fork down and asked quietly, "So, if I don't cook like your mom, I'll never be good enough for you?" He shrugged. "I'm just saying, when I think about marriage, I think about someone who can do what she did. She set the standard, you know?" Tears burned at the corners of my eyes, but I refused to let them fall in front of him. I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it hurt so much. "Then maybe you should marry your mom," I said, standing up. His face darkened, but he didn't apologize. He just muttered something about me being too sensitive. That night, I lay awake next to him, staring at the ceiling, replaying his words. Not wife material. As if my value depended on how perfectly I could chop onions or season sauce. He ignored the fact that I work full-time, that I support us, that I love him. None of that mattered, only that I wasn't his mother in the kitchen. The next morning, I packed a small bag and went to stay with a friend. Mark called saying I was overreacting. But I couldn't shake the truth. If he really saw me as less because I didn't meet some outdated standard, then maybe I wasn't the problem. Maybe I am wife material, just not for him.